Hey guys, it's Shmana. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be using just the Natasha Denona Bronze Palette on my eyes. So if you guys are interested in what I think, be sure to keep on watching. So first I'm going to show you guys the palette. So this is how it looks like. It retails for $65, which is significantly less than her other eyeshadow palettes. The packaging is super sleek. It has a magnetic frame and a mirror, of course. It comes in 15 warm shades, 6 matte, and 9 metallic. Time for some swatches. This is the shade True Copper. It's a metallic shade. It's a medium copper with warm orangey undertones. This is the shade Suntan. It's a matte shade. It's a warm medium brown with red undertones. This is the shade Sundown. It's another matte shade and it's just a dark orange shade. This is the shade Deep Dive. It's a creamy matte shade. Very pretty brown dark purpley shade. And it's very creamy. This is the shade Rhodium. It's a metallic shade. It's a warm dual chrome purple with silver reflex. So pretty. Moving on to the second row, this is the shade Magma. It's another matte shade. It's a rich reddish brown shade with neutral and warm undertones. This is the shade High Degree. It's a metallic red coppery shade with pink reflex. This is the shade Alloy. It's a metallic, vibrant, orangey, bronzy shade with gold reflex. This is the shade Ridge. It's a matte shade. It's a medium warm mustard color. Probably my favorite matte shade in the palette. This is the shade True Bronze. It's a metallic, medium copper with warm undertones. Moving on to the last row, this is the shade Gloaming. It's a metallic rust shade with gold reflex. This is the shade Palladium. It's a metallic pinkish taupe shade. So pretty. One of my favorites. This is the shade Bliss. It's a metallic shade. It's a red pink with golden green reflex. So pretty. This is the shade Silk. It's a metallic bronzy champagne shade. It's more loosely pressed than the other shades, so it's more prone to fall out, but this is probably my favorite metallic shade. And last but not least, you have the shade Beach. It's a matte medium peachy shade with warm undertones. So here are all the swatches. This is such a nice palette. All the shades are very pigmented and easy to work with. There's a good balance between the mattes and the metallics, and you can create so many different looks with this. It's definitely worth it. And here are the swatches during golden hour. Look at that. So gorgeous, you guys. I highly recommend this palette. Go get it. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the application process. So I went ahead and did my face and I'm going to jump right into my eyes. Okay, first I'm going in with the shade Ridge and I'm applying that all over my crease, and I'm using Morphe's M441 brush. I'm blending it outwards, and I'm also going to be bringing that towards my nose. Just brings that extra oomph. Next, I'm taking Morphe's M433 brush and I'm applying the shade Suntan on my crease and my outer V. I'm also going to bring that shade down on the sides of my nose, and this will slightly contour the nose area. I'm going to take Morphe's M441 brush again with no additional product, And I'm just going to be making some circular motions to make sure there aren't any harsh lines. Next, I'm taking Morphe's E18 brush and I'm going in with the shade Magma, and I'm applying it on the outer V to further define the crease. Now I'm just running the M433 brush on my crease with no additional product, just blurring out any harsh lines. Now with Morphe's M321 brush, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the shade Silk on the inner half of my lids. Damn, this shade is blinding. So I wanted to further intensify this shade, so I'm just gonna be going in with my finger. I wish I did my eyes first because I did get some fallout. We gonna make it work. Next, I'm applying the shade Suntan again, and I'm applying it to my crease with the M433 brush. Taking the E18 brush and the shade Magma, I'm applying some more of that shade on my crease and my outer lids. Just running the M433 brush with no additional product. The matte shades are very rich, so you do have to take your time to blend it all out. Taking the M441 brush and I'm applying the shade Ridge to my outer crease. With the M321 brush, I'm applying the shade Silk to my lids again to bring back some intensity. Taking the E18 brush, I'm applying the shade Ridge to my lower lids and connecting it to my upper lids. Taking the shade Sundown, I'm applying it just below the previous shade to really blend it out. With Morphe's M432 brush, I'm applying the shade Deep Dive, and I'm using the shade to line the outer half of my lower lash lines. I'm gonna take the E18 brush and I'm just gonna be applying the shade Ridge right on top of that to blend it out. Now I'm applying the shade True Bronze to the inner corners of my eyes, and I'm using Morphe's E36 brush. So that's it for the eyeshadows. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my makeup real quick. And that's it. This is a finished look. This is the finished look. I wasn't able to use too many shades. I didn't want it to look a little too crazy, but I think I'm going to be creating a few more eye looks using this palette. So let's see. This is the first time I'm using Natasha Denona, and I'm very impressed. The shadows are super buttery, and I was afraid the matte shades were going to be a little chalky. But all the shades were really pigmented and buttery, and I would highly recommend this. If you liked today's video, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, turn your notifications bell on, and I'll see you next time.